Good evening and welcome to this learning video. This is going to be real quick. Many times you probably filter your data in Excel. And what you do is you go to the Data tab, turn on the Filter button, click on the drop-down arrow, and go find either through the Text Filters feature the criteria that you want, or just unchecking and checking the various values at the bottom of the list.
Well, there's an easier way.
So, suppose I only want to show in this list just the shoes. Well, if you ever saw me driving on I-95 last year, that's me. That was me. Right click. Got to tell you a story about that real quick. True story. I was speeding on the turnpike. I got pulled over. Officer comes up to my window. I hand him my license and registration and insurance. He goes back to the car. Then he comes back and I see he's got a piece of paper in his hand, figuring that's the ticket. Then he asks me, Mr. Loesch, what does that license plate mean? Right click. Well, I've always wanted to be asked that question by a cop, and sure enough, this guy did. I said, officer, and I show him my hand. I show him the finger that I use when I left click. It's my index finger. And I say, officer, do you ever right click on your mouse when you're using Microsoft programs? And he goes, sure. He says, well, so do I. And this is the finger I use when I right click. He laughed. I wasn't swearing at him. I was simply showing him how I right click. You know what? He laughed. He let me go. So anyway, what I'm getting at here is I'm going to right click on, let's say, shoes. Pop-up menu pops up with a whole bunch of commands. Right smack in the middle, it says filter. And then it says filter by selected cell's value. Voila. Just like that. That's too easy. All right. So that's one of the things I wanted to show you. The other thing I want to show you is I don't want to filter on the actual text value, which is what I just did a few moments ago, referencing shoes. But maybe, just maybe, you want to filter on those cells that have a certain color to them. So I've got 5 cells here through this whole list that have a color coding. For whatever reason, it's immaterial. What you do is you aim your mouse on one of those that have that color on it, right click, choose filter, and it says right here, filter by selected cell's color. Is that cool or is that cool? Well, hold on, there's a little bit more. Okay, so I lied. The video is going to be a little long, but I think you're going to appreciate it. Now, similarly, what you want to do is only show and filter those records based on the text being a certain color, not the actual cells. You guessed it, right click, filter, and it's called filter by selected cells font color. And there you go, it works. Pretty cool. Okay, so I want to filter by icons. Well, that introduces the feature you may not or may be aware of called conditional formatting. So I'm going to highlight the range that I want to test. In this case, column G, value / unit. I highlight the range. I then go to conditional formatting, choose icon sets, and let's just say I want this one here. And all of a sudden, icons have been added to each of these cells in this column. Now, this is not the time to discuss the actual colors that were chosen and how you can modify the variance of those. That's another video I put together. But let's just focus on how I only want to see in this entire list the icons that are gray. So I find one of them that are gray. You know me, I like to right click. I choose filter, and right there, filter by selected cells icon, voila, it worked. It's that easy. All right, I got a million more of them. Stay tuned. You can catch me at, yes, you can find me at my email, tom@leadingedgebizservices.com. And this is one of my favorite memes. Excel. Between the sheets. All right. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.